dad because he is a very successful man, and he's been president of various banks, and he's still a president of a bank, but he is very modest and never ever uses his power for anything. So he leaves his president thing at the office when he comes back, and he's always just a dad and a brother and a son and that at home, and I love that about him. And my mom, because my mom is like, I think she's best at everything she does. She's a terrific wife, a lovely mother, a fantastic cook, and she always has a smile on her face, always, you know. So, and she does everything beautifully. So I really want to be a mixture of them if I can, which is next to impossible, but yeah, I just love them. My people who don't wash hands. I just can't stand that. Even at work, I always tell my patients, feel free to use my the water side. So I keep noticing that about people, if they wash hands or not. So and
Especially important at the moment, isn't it?
yeah, yes. I think I'm a very good dancer. Not a lot of people know that. And yeah, I'm a good cook now too. I cook a lot because of the pandemic. Yeah, and not many people here in England know about my acting and modeling, so I think that is one skill that I have. Yeah. Not something very different, like touching my nose with my tongue or anything like that. Nothing like that, no. I just want to be with my family right now. My mom, dad, and my sisters, my kids, my husband. If I can give all of them a big hug, because I miss them so much. We've had so many achievements in the past year, and I just want to hug them, kiss them, be with them. I don't care if it's Pakistan, Canada, England, anywhere. Just all of us together.
Have you seen a lot of your family in the last year with things being like they are?
Yeah, I did see my family. I did see my mom and one sister. Yeah, but Canada's been very strict with travel, so I haven't been able to see my sister there. Yeah, and my family in America, so yeah, just want to be with them.
Yeah.
Anywhere, I don't mind.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that right now, aren't
But
they?
for happiness.
Yes, yeah.
Astronaut. I wanted to
Okay.
be an astronaut really bad. I was a big Galileo fan. He was an astronomer, I know, but that just fascinated me. Space always fascinated me. Yeah. I couldn't pursue that because my dad, maybe he knew that it's not very practical being from Pakistan and all of that. So he just told me that if you go into space, you can have a lot of diseases. I was like, oh, that's scary. Okay, fine.
Okay.
But still, still now, you know, I love watching programs that are related to space, Mars, anything. Love that. I think a lot of people who know me would know the answer already. It's Qaid-e-Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. I don't know if you know about him, but he's the founder of Pakistan.
Okay.
I really admire him first because he had an amazing fashion sense. So much so that his clothes and shoes are still there in the museum.
Okay.
They were that good. Secondly, being a GP, I would say his skill of communication was really good. It's not easy communicating with people from India and people from England at the same time and getting your message through. So I think he was really good at his job, and then in the end he was successful in getting Pakistan. Not many people could do that. So under the circumstances, like being from a poor country, dealing with so many people at the same time, you know, I think it wasn't easy, and he did it beautifully. So I really admire him. Oh, I have to buy a house. So that's on my bucket list. And yeah, become a GP.
Yes. Yeah.
That's definitely on my bucket list. And what else? I think I have so many things, you know, I can't put it down to 3. So many things are there that I have to do. Yeah, those 2 are the top ones.
Those are the main ones.
There's so many people there. There's so many people there, but I wouldn't even mind sitting next to a stranger who is really good at talking. You know, because you can sometimes you meet a stranger, you can share your heart out, and you don't have any. You know, they're not gonna judge you because they don't know you. They're gonna spread the word around because they don't know you, and there are very little chances that you will meet them again.
Yes.
So it's always good knowing people, what they do, how their life is.
So it's someone that you could have a chat with.
Yeah. Because there's so many people, you know, I just don't want to pick one,
Yes.
and then, yeah.
So someone to have a good talk
Yeah.
with.
Oh yeah, without season tickets. Yeah, I don't mind.
Would that be hard for you?
No. If I have sweets and chocolates, I'll eat them. If I don't, I won't crave them.
You're not too bothered.
No.
So you can keep your phone, but no sweets or chocolates for
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm connected with my family through my
Yeah.
phone. I can't let go of that.
This is important.
Yeah, it's important. That's, yeah, I don't want to do that.
It's something
Yeah.
you've been working towards for a long time now.
I wouldn't say for a long time, but I think because I see myself settling now, near the end of training, so I would want to invest in a house now. Yeah. I really love reading. I'm not a book person. So much of my librarian at school knew that, and she used to ask me what was in the book, because she knew I'm not going to read those books. But I really loved reading The Little Women. It was really good because we're 3 sisters. So there were 4 sisters, and the characters were the whole storyline and everything was really good. So I really enjoyed reading that.
You felt it related to you.
Yeah. I'll spend time with my kids and a little bit of cooking, cleaning, so many things. Yeah.
Would you say you enjoy that home time?
Enjoy the home time. Yeah. Going out shopping with my daughters and trying. We can't do that anymore, but trying different outfits and trying shoes on, and then getting a nice lunch somewhere, or just getting McDonald's or something, and going to the beach.
Hopefully soon we will be able to do all of those things again.
Yeah, hopefully soon, yes. Anything that's children and women related, especially more so in places like India, Pakistan, places there, because I think children and women can get a bit deprived in those areas. Even though things are changing now, but I think that I would want to support those, or form some NGOs or something later on in my life that would support children education and women empowerment.
Yes.
gossip, I listen. I'm not a gossiper. I don't gossip. Making different foods, making Maggi noodles. That's the thing back home, you know. Whenever cousins or friends gather together, they make lots of noodles and eat that. And I putting on henna on our hands and just going out to a good restaurant. Yeah, not something in particular that we would do, but lots of things together.
So
anything that
as
we
long
can-
as you're together.
Yes, yes. No, I think if anything, it has improved. It has got better. Yeah. The best thing that I saw in the last year is that no matter what, you know, people are able to survive in whatever circumstances they're thrown in. They will modify according to that, and I think there has been a lot of positivity, even though we had the pandemic. But I think I love my job even more now. Yeah.
That's nice to hear.
I thought it was the rubbish advice when I got it, but now I'm very thankful when my parents told me to become a doctor.
Who was that, your parents?
Yeah, my mom and dad said, yeah, but become a doctor. I remember I just walked out of the room when I got that. But now the reason they gave me was because the doctor can never retire. There'll always be a doctor. They'll die a doctor. And they will never go out of business.
Yes.
And this pandemic proved that.
Yes.
My dad, you know, he always messaged me, see, you're still earning. And I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah.
now, thanks to COVID, I think it was a good advice.
Yeah, it's one of the things I think we are grateful for in the last year, isn't it? That so many people have been affected by COVID, and we've been really lucky in that respect. Yeah, I agree.
Two things. Reading people's mind, because that really fascinates me. Because I feel people don't speak what they're thinking, you know. And the other thing would be being invisible.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I think that I could do a lot of things with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say what, but I think I would. It's a movie from back home. People who are from India would know that it's called DDLJ, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, which means people who have a how do I say it? Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Like people who love, you know, will take the bride with them.
Okay.
So it's
What is it about?
So it's a love story. A girl lives in England, but she's originally from India, and she really wants to go and travel, but she gets to know one, and she's waiting for her Prince Charming to come one day, and she falls in love with him and all that. But one day she gets to know that her dad has already got her engaged with his childhood friend's son, who is in India, who lives in a village in India. And she's really upset about it. And she tells her mother that I don't want to marry there. And her mom's like, no, that doesn't work that way. You have to marry. And they take her to India. But before going to India, she goes on a Europe tour, and she meets a guy there who's also an Indian but born and brought up in India or in England. And they fall in love. And then they just part after a month. And then that guy follows her to India. And then goes to the place where she's getting married, and then becomes friends with the guy, the girl's groom.
Yes.
And then tells him that she's not a good girl. You know, I think you should leave her and all of that. So, and then everything goes on, and then in the end, she just decides to like run away with him on the day that they're getting married or something, and then the father gets to know. So a lot of fight scenes, a lot of songs, a lot of romantic scenes. But in the end, the father does let her get married to her Prince Charming.